like a body part, but we didn't want to dig it out anymore till you guys got here.
Yeah.
I think, all of us would want it dug out a little bit more before you guys can say.
41, you copy.
Yeah, let's check. Was it dug out when you guys got here?
That guy.
What made him, did he say what made him start digging?
Yeah, he gave the whole story to the other officer and us. But she got an anonymous text saying if this guy who you guys have arrested recently, that if you wanted to get rid of somebody, he would bury it back here by the fence.
30 days. That is how long 53-year-old David Callahan thought he had gotten away with murder. For an entire month, he lived in his girlfriend's house, slept in her bed, spent her money, and sent text messages pretending to be her. He genuinely believed no one would come looking for a mentally ill woman with few friends. But then Martha's family received a message that would change everything. If he was going to get rid of someone, he would bury them in the backyard. That was exactly where they found her. This is the story of how one daughter refused to give up, how police made mistake after mistake, and how a killer's perfect plan crumbled because he underestimated the person who wouldn't stop searching.
If I come up missing or dead, there's no accident. And he has told her before, I'm gonna get your ass and nobody's ever gonna find you.
What's your concern?
That he killed her.
Let's talk about Martha Frietag. She was a 53-year-old woman, lived in Akron, and had paranoid schizophrenia. For years, she had been in an on and off relationship with David Callahan, a man with a lengthy criminal history of drug abuse, theft, and trespassing. Their relationship was chaotic, constant fights, frequent police calls, restraining orders that would be filed and then dropped when they got back together. To officers who had responded to their house dozens of times over the years, Martha and David were just another toxic couple caught in a cycle. Every call felt like the same drama but different day. So when Martha called 911 early one morning asking for a restraining order against David, officers showed up expecting another routine domestic dispute. They had no idea they were about to witness the last moments of Martha's life.
Hi. What's going on?
Huh?
Did you call us?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What's going on?
I'm looking to reinstate something I had 14 months ago. Statute of limitation, I think, beside me is 10 years, right?
So you want to restate something you already said,
Yes.
and they're already investigating it, and you're just telling us about it again, is that correct?
Well, I don't know if they're investigating or not. All I know is I got a restraining order from them, and then I'm waiting for her to get some mental help, because he's supposed to go down the first path. First of all, it wasn't supposed to be explored at all.
Speaking to the officers, her words are scattered, had to follow. She's talking about restraining orders from months ago, about needing help about David. To the officers, she just seems confused. Another episode, another false alarm. What they notice is the genuine fear beneath her erratic behavior. And what they don't know is that David is standing inside the house, watching through the window, waiting for them to leave. The officers talk to Martha for a few minutes, then dismiss her concerns. They walk away, leaving her alone with the man who is about to kill her. Hours later, David snapped. He grabbed a wooden axe handle and struck Martha in the head. When she collapsed, he wrapped a rope around her neck and pulled until she stopped breathing. Once Martha was dead, David sealed her body in a plastic bag and waited for nightfall. Then, under cover of darkness, he carried her outside, burned her body, and buried it in a shallow pit behind the house. To David, it was over. Simple as that. Martha had schizophrenia, few friends, a history of calling the cops and then taking it back. No one would come looking for her, except David forgot about one person, Martha's daughter, Kim. A few days pass. Martha stops responding to phone calls and messages. Her family grows worried. Kim, Martha's daughter, contacts police and explains that something bad may have happened to her mother. Officers agree to meet her at the house for welfare check. But from the moment Kim starts explaining her concerns, it's clear the officers aren't taking her serious.
What's your concern?
That he killed her.
Would you have been surprised at all if she's laying dead in there?
No.
Or shoved in a tub?
Well, nothing surprises.
Yeah. That's like a horror movie.
The officers nod along, but you can hear it in their voices. They are not convinced. Then something happens that should have changed everything. While they are standing outside the house, they hear a noise from inside. Something moved. Someone is inside. But instead of investigating, Instead of breaking in to check on a potentially endangered woman, the officers give Kim the worst advice possible.
And what happens with like a missing persons report or whatever?
But she is a grown woman. However, she has these, the paranoid schizophrenia issues. If for whatever reason she has gone into this state where she doesn't want anybody to contact her, even family, the hospital is legally not allowed to tell anybody anything, even her kin. I just don't think we're quite at the heightened alert level that we need to force entry or do anything like that yet.
And here is the kicker. They tell Kim not to file a missing persons report. They actively discouraged her from filing the one thing that would have made this an official investigation. Kim leaves, devastated and confused, but she's not about to give up. Over the next few weeks, Kim keeps calling the police. She keeps pushing. She learns that David had been seen at a place where he walks on and off. So she contacts police again, begging them to check it out. Officers follow up on the tip. They find people who have seen David recently. He is still in the area. But even with this information, police remain convinced that Martha will eventually turn up on her own. David is just another name in a domestic dispute. Meanwhile, David is living in Martha's house, keeping a low profile, only going out at night. He's using the police lack of urgency to cover his tracks and refine his story. And then police make their second massive mistake. The following week, after more pressure from Kim, police agree to do another welfare check. But this time, they send new officers, ones who aren't familiar with the case. These officers knock on the door, get no answer, and immediately check their notes. They see that a previous welfare check was cleared without any report number, which means someone must have already confirmed Martha was okay. So they leave. This is exactly why telling Kim not to file a missing persons report was such a catastrophic error. There is no paper trail, no official record, nothing to tell the officers what's actually going on. The case goes cold. About a week later, something strange starts happening. Kim begins receiving text messages from her mother's phone. I am busy. I am with my friends. I am fine. But something feels off. The way Martha's texting doesn't sound like her. The phrasing is different. The tone is wrong. Kim grows suspicious and contacts police again. This time, she's not asking, she's demanding. Either they break into the house and check, or she's going to do it herself.
Everybody she knows, her friends, family, none of them has seen her face or talked to her in over a month.
Yeah.
So I was sending her messages from her mother's phone, say, this is your daughter, I want to know where you're at. Oh, I'm at the Kingdom Hall in Kent with friends. I said, okay, stay there, I'm coming right now. Oh, I'm not there, you don't know where I am. Well, you just said you were there, where are you? Oh, I'm eating now. The way she types is completely different. She says she's angry at the family.
But the issue is we were pounding on the door earlier and no one answered. And we didn't have enough
Right.
to kick the door in and go look for her.
She owns this property. If I need to break in here with you guys here, and if you think she'll press charges on me, that's fine. I want to know what happened to her. She's not going to press charges on me. That's not the
And
problem.
she has mental illness.
Yes, she does,
And is
but
taking
she
her
is.
Do you know if she's taking her meds?
No, I don't know. But I do know that she does not do this kind of thing. The last time her mother talked to her, she was walking through this field over here and told my grandmother, if I come up missing or dead, it is no accident. And she said it to me. This has been said to us several times. And he has told her before, I'm going to get your ass and nobody's ever going to find you.
Officers finally agree to enter the property. Inside, they find nothing. No sign of Martha, no one of her belongings, no shoes. Martha always had shoes scattered everywhere. The fridge doesn't have her usual Pepsi stock. Kim is furious. I am telling you, he has done something to her. But one officer makes an offhand comment that reveals what they really think.
Would you have been surprised at all if she's laying dead in there? Or choked in a tub?
Yes, I would be surprised. Yeah.
Nothing surprises.
The tone says it all. The thing Martha just took off, mental illness, happens all the time. Kim finally files an official missing person report, something that should have been done weeks ago. But even then, officers tell her it's pretty much pointless to keep pushing. She watches them leave once again, feeling utterly hopeless. But then, one officer makes a decision that changes everything. Instead of just leaving, he decides to talk to the neighbors. Maybe someone saw something. He knocks on a few doors and eventually finds the neighbor who lives right next to Martha's house. And this neighbor has information that should have been discovered weeks earlier.
I used to live in there. She asked me a couple of times for some money or some cigarettes. I told her I didn't smoke. Why, what's going on?
Well, someone sent us out here to check on her and she's not answering the door. Does she have a car or anything, you know?
I don't think so.
Never seen a car?
She was walking the first time I started cutting the grass.
How you doing? You been living in the garage here?
You want to call it a living?
Where do you sleep at?
Really?
Do you know who lives here?
Martha Frietag, I think.
When did you see her last?
About 4 weeks ago.
And you haven't seen her in 4 weeks.
No, last
Have you seen him over there?
Oh, yeah.
Does he drive a car?
No.
Is he home now?
Bingo! David hasn't disappeared. He has been coming and going from Martha's house this entire time. Police immediately set up a surveillance on the property, assigning patrol units to monitor the area and wait for David to show up. 2 days later, they spot a car parked beside the house. Officers approach, and finally, after weeks of searching, they come face to face with David Callahan. David walks out of the house like he owns the place, which technically he doesn't. It is Martha's house. But why worry about details like that when you are a genius criminal mastermind, right?
Alright, come on down here for me. Why do you think she's at her boyfriend's house?
That's where she stays most of the time.
Where's that at?
I don't know. I don't even know who it is, really.
Are you the only one here?
I mean, she's here maybe a couple times a week anymore. I mean, we've actually been split up for a year. I mean, she's schizophrenic. She's been on and off her medication I don't know how many times.
Oh wow, this guy is good, real smooth. Martha has got a new boyfriend now, apparently. Never mind that she's been buried in the backyard for a month. And then David does something clever. He starts trashing Martha's family. He tells officers that Kim and Martha doesn't get along, that the family treated Martha horribly over the years, that they would go months without speaking. Her not talking to them right now doesn't surprise me. You see what he's doing? He's setting up the narrative that Martha's disappearance is just family drama. Nothing to worry about. But then officers drop a bomb on him.
Did you get your warrants taken care of?
No, I need to get down there and take care of them. I got a couple misdemeanor warrants.
Through Akron? Alright, well, we're going to help you out with that today. No problem. Do you get the whole thing?
Yeah, nothing but the thing.
Do you do the returns, or do I do that later?
Adam will do it, or whoever's up.
Okay.
And just like that, David is in handcuffs. They don't have evidence for that yet, just for his outstanding warrant on unrelated charges. It's a temporal win, but it buys investigators time.
So, when was the last time you actually talked to her?
Beginning of last month.
So, I didn't see, she had a restraining order against you? A TPO or a CPO?
So temporary.
TPO?
It lasted like 6 months, I think.
Did you get arrested? Because you...
No, and here's the thing.
Yeah, explain
she's, you know, she's called the cops on me a half a dozen times, and I've never raised a hand to her. She's never had a scratch on her. Any report you would read will tell you the same thing. She gets mad and I leave. She thinks I'm out humping everything with a pulse out there that's female. You know, that's just what, you know, why she originally got mad at me. You know, she just wanted to argue all the time. And I just felt, you know, leaving a day or two at a time, you know, would just calm everything down. And it normally did. I mean, we've always worked things out, but I don't understand why she's not back around. I really don't. I mean, we've had problems over the years. Like I said, we've been together since 2002.
Sure.
You know, everybody has problems.
Yeah, everyone's got problems. That's for damn sure. So then I guess your theory is, Dave, that she's staying with whoever she's dating, this new person, not at the house.
I believe she's relapsed on, you know, back to smoke crack again. Because I found paraphernalia at the house. I mean, tomorrow's her birthday. I tried, I don't know, 3 or 4 times over the last couple of years to get her the 3-day evaluation or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
You know, the police to come out, the paramedics. She'd be standing on the porch, you know, screaming at them, screaming at me. They told me she don't fit the criteria for the evaluation. Well, what does?
Can be homicidal.
So she have to stab me in my sleep or do something, you know, really crazy?
Yeah.
And they say, well, she's an adult, we can't take her medication, so why don't you leave?
Though it didn't sound like her and Kim had some problems too.
Absolutely. I mean, they would go months on end without speaking to each other. I mean, it was at one point, you know, Robin didn't even have a phone number to talk to her mom and dad or her for periods of time.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely true. I sensed they had some hard times now and then, and it sounded like she communicated with her a lot through her Facebook Messenger.
Martha's Facebook messages. David is surprised that they even know about those. He doesn't realize Kim already told police she thinks he's impersonating her mother, and that's when detective decides to push.
Yeah, I mean, obviously her family is real worried about her and loves her a lot, and I can see that you love her a lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
well, Dave, I think there's some little piece missing here, bud. That's what I think. And I think you'd feel better if you just told us what it is.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Well, I think there's a little bit more to the story, Dave, you're not giving us.
There's nothing else I can tell you. I mean, I've told you everything I know.
I don't think you told us everything.
Okay, well, I have.
Don't you think you'd feel better if you told us the truth, Dave? I mean, let it go and...
You're not going to be able to celebrate her birthday tomorrow, Dave.
There's some pieces missing to your story, Dave. And as you know, that is your girlfriend, the love of your life, Robin's handwriting. That is September, where you paid the rent so we can keep up this farce that Robin is still around. Tell us the part about being on her phone pretending that you're her.
Oh, God.
Tell us about that.
I don't have her phone.
Where's her phone?
I don't know.
You know where her phone is.
No, I don't.
You put it, we found it where you put it. Why don't you just tell us the truth of what happened? You'll feel better.
You guys share a bedroom?
I don't have.
Did you guys share a bedroom?
At one time, yeah.
The detectives can tell that they are close to breaking him, but they also know that one more push can make him shut down completely. So they let him take a smoke break, hoping he will calm down and be more willing to cooperate when he comes back. While David is taking a smoke break at the station, something major is happening back at Martha's house. Martha's cousin Angela receives an anonymous text message. If he was going to get rid of someone, he would bury them in the backyard. Angela contacts police immediately. Officers meet the family at the property and begin coordinating a search of the backyard. As they are preparing, an officer talks to the same neighbor who had confirmed seeing David around. This time, the neighbor shares a chilling detail.
But I didn't even know she was missing until a few days ago.
I mean, had you noticed any activity by anybody back there in the backyard recently?
Just the guy who lived there.
What was he doing?
In the middle of the night, was burning things because I could smell it. The horrible stench from everywhere. And I thought, that's strange. It's even trash day, so.
The woman there is the cousin of the woman who's missing.
Okay.
She's been missing about 30 days. Somebody sent her a message saying check the backyard for your cousin.
You're kidding.
Officers request firefighters, EMS, and forensic teams. They are treating this as a potential crime scene now. The team starts digging in the backyard, focusing on the fire pit, and within minutes, they find something.
Pretty positive it's a body buried under their fire pit. They dug it up, and you can see what looks like to be about a knee or an elbow. When you touch it, you can tell it's something. We didn't really dig anymore.
Gentlemen? You tell me.
Well, highly suspicious. Seems like a body part, but we didn't want to dig it out anymore till you guys got here.
Yeah.
I think, all of us would want it dug out a little bit more before you guys can say.
41, yeah, let's check. Was it dug out when you guys got here?
That guy.
What made him, did he say what made him start digging?
Yeah, he gave the whole story to the other officer and us, but she got an anonymous text saying if this guy who you guys have arrested recently, that if you wanted to get rid of somebody, who would bury it back here by the fence.
Oh.
So she came back and saw this loose dirt, ash, and
they say
that guy to come over and help her.
And they say this gentleman is already arrested.
Yeah, that's what both of those two people are telling.
All right. This is the wife.
Missing person that they think it is. And the guy's arrested was a suspect.
Was this her husband? Did they say?
I don't know if they were husband-wife.
Because I know she had a protection order against her.
Okay, copy.
Okay. He was staying here.
Yeah.
She went missing. He was staying here.
They've been on and off. I've been out here a couple times where she had a protection order, but it goes back and forth because then she invites him back over and stuff like that. So let me go talk to these guys real quick, and then we'll let you know what.
Yeah, just let's go.
Kim and her husband arrive at the scene just as the excavation begins. Officer won't confirm anything yet. They are being careful not to contaminate evidence, but Kim already knows. She can feel it. Her worst fear is about to be confirmed. And inside the shallow fire pit, wrapped in the bedding and sealed in a plastic bag, they find Martha's body. She has a clear blunt force injury to her head. A rope is still tied around her neck. Her body shows sign of having been burned. Everyone at the scene is shaken. After weeks of searching, weeks of police dismissing Kim's concerns, weeks of David playing his little games, the truth is finally out. Martha never left. She never went to Florida. She was never with a new boyfriend. She was buried in her own backyard the entire time. Back at the station, detectives bring David into the room with a completely different energy. No more friendly questions. No more letting him ramble about Martha's mental health issues. This time, they come straight at him.
Dave, let me ask you a question. Are you a heartless bastard? A heartless, cold bastard? No. People who would look at this event and say that you, Dave, are a heartless, no good bastard who put the love of your life in the ground. And that has to be an evil, bad person who has to go away for every last day of their life. Every last day. So, Dave, are you that person? Or are you the person that has struggled with someone who's, as you said, for 16 years you love her, but she's schizophrenic, and she goes here and she goes there? Because there's no reasonable person, Dave, in the world that wouldn't believe that you harmed Robin. We all know that, three of us sitting in this room. You should just get it off your chest, man.
I've told you everything.
No, you haven't told us.
Was it the heat of the moment?
Yeah.
Did you plan it out?
Tomorrow is her fucking birthday.
Tomorrow was her birthday. For them to sit there and reflect the agony they've been going through for the last month.
Heartlessly killed the woman you love more than anything. It's mind-boggling to think about it.
Something that you said you were going to do.
Yeah, and if you said you were going to kill anybody, you'd bury him in the fire pit. It seems kind of convenient.
I never told anybody.
You never told anybody that?
Dave, we're not fucking stupid, dude. You think we're going to make that up? I'm not making anything up. You think I made this up? We know everything. We know the answers to the questions we ask, man. I'm trying to get you to say that you're not an evil, no good bastard, and that there were some extenuating circumstances that you killed the woman you love, pretended that she was alive for over a month. If you look at it, you're like, that has to be a heartless, cold bastard that wrapped this woman up like that and put her in this fire pit. So
David sits in silence. The weight of it all is finally hitting him. Detectives describe what they believed happened. How he killed her. How he wrapped her body. How he burned and buried her. How he pretended she was alive for over a month, texting her family from her phone. We are not stupid, dude. We know everything. We know the answers to the questions we are asking. I'm trying to get you to say you are not an evil, no good bastard.
do you want to see a picture, Dave? You know what you did.
Alright, go ahead, Dave.
You want me to go ahead? I need a cigarette.
Tell us what you're going to tell us, then you can have a cigarette.
I'll give you a cigarette.
You tell us what's going on, Dave, so we know you're not a heartless bastard, and I promise you can smoke all you want, alright?
Not all you want. Not all you want.
Well,
There's a reasonable expectation.
get it off your chest, Dave. You feel better.
You guys feel a little bit better already, just knowing that you're going to make that decision.
I didn't mean to do it. I didn't.
It's not a very respectful way for a person to end
I
up.
know it's not. I got fucking scared, man. I just snapped, man. Just fucking snapped. I didn't mean to do this or I just, man. I love Robin.
You just got scared, that's why you put her in the fire pit?
I dug it out. Half an axe handle or something beside the bed. She had it there for a long time.
After you struck her,
I choked her up.
what happened after Robin was dead?
I took her out back and I dug it out. God, I'm fucking sorry, Robin.
How long
She's just so relentless, fucking.
How long did this
So
take?
didn't leave me alone, man. She knew I had nowhere to go. She just kept on me. I give her every dollar I had for whatever she wanted. I never had nothing in my pocket, man. Nothing. It's never good enough. I didn't plan on this happening. I
Spur of
tried
the
to work it
moment.
out so bad with her. I really did, man.
Spur of the moment.
He sits there crying, claiming he didn't plan it, claiming he loved Martha, claiming he's so sorry. But detectives can't help thinking about how easily this could have been prevented, how many warnings were missed, how many chances they had to save Martha before it was too late. If they had filed the missing persons report when Kim first asked, if they had searched the house when they heard the noise inside, if they had taken Kim's consent seriously from the beginning, man, I think that would have just been a medicine after death. Or Martha might still be alive. Here is the thing about David's perfect plan. He thought Martha was the perfect victim. Mentally ill, few friends, a history of calling police and then dropping charges, someone no one would miss. But he made one critical miscalculation. He forgot about Kim, who called the police over and over again. Kim, who refused to accept the "she will turn up eventually" excuse. Kim, who pushed and pushed and pushed until someone finally listened. David spent a month thinking he had gotten away with it, living in Martha's house, spending her money, texting her family from her phone, and he would have kept going if it weren't for Kim's refusal to give up. David Callahan was finally charged with murder, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. He sits in jail now, where he will spend a very long time behind bars. Martha's family has to live with the knowledge that she called for help that Monday morning, that officers showed up and then left her alone with her killer, and police have to live with the mistakes they made. The missing person reports they discouraged, the welfare checks they dismissed, the signs they ignored, all because they didn't believe a mentally ill woman deserved the same urgency as anyone else. This case isn't just about murder, it is how we treat people with mental illness when they ask for help. Martha called 911 that morning. Officers showed up. They saw her confused, struggling to explain herself, and they dismissed her as just another episode. They didn't see the fear, they didn't see the danger, and hours later, she was dead. David Callahan is where he belongs, behind bars. But the real tragedy is that Martha should never have become a victim in the first place. Rest in peace, Martha. Your daughter never stopped fighting for you. And David, enjoy your cell. You earned it. If this case shocked you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into cases where justice prevails. Drop a comment below. What was the biggest red flag you noticed? See you in the next one.